I'll always remember one of the mothers in my mother's group telling me that she was delaying starting solids for her second daughter because it was so much effort meal prepping and perfecting her first daughter's meals, and she just didn't have the energy. This mama was making mealtimes way more difficult than they need to be. Those who know me know that I'm all about being practical and making things as easy as possible. Furthermore, there are important health benefits to introducing solids prior to 6 months, as long as your little one is developmentally ready, of course. Now, there's a lot of infant diet myths out there, and you've already got enough on your plate. So join me for this episode of Nourish for 7 common infant diet myths debunked. Hello, if this is our first time connecting, welcome. My name is Melanie McGrice and I'm a dietitian who specialises in fertility, pregnancy and infants in a period known as the first 1,000 days. Now the first 1,000 days is from conception until the age of 3, where genetic programming takes place to give your little one the building blocks for a healthy future. I'd love you to make sure that you subscribe and connect with me on my socials. You'll find all of the details in the description box below this video. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of misinformation out there. So I'm excited to get into my top 7 common infant diet myths debunked. Myth number 1, it's safer to delay starting your baby on solids. The truth? Well, your baby should be at least 4 months old and developmentally ready. That means able to sit up unassisted, able to hold their own spoon, and watching you like a hawk whenever you eat, opening their mouth and waiting and willing you to pop some in. Myth number 2, you have to spend hours meal prepping for your baby. The truth? Well, the more frequently that your baby can eat with you, the better eater that your baby will be. Now this means that you should adjust your eating patterns to suit your baby. I don't mean that you need to eat pureed food for the next 6 months, but I do mean that you should be eating small frequent meals every few hours and eat nutritious foods such as fresh fruits, a variety of vegetables, lean proteins and healthy whole grains. And of course, you'll need to give up the chocolate and burgers for a while, but that's a good thing, right? In the initial stages, simply puree whatever you're eating. Then as soon as your baby is able to manage it, upgrade your baby to fork mashed. The lumps are really good for their development. Best of all, cooking only 1 meal for your whole family can save you loads of work. Now, myth number 3 is that your baby should only eat pureed foods. The truth? Well, the truth is that although it's a good idea to start your baby with pureed foods, if your baby is tolerating it well, you can progress to fork mashed foods after a couple of weeks. The lumps and bumps in fork mashed foods help your baby to get used to different textures and help to strengthen their jaw in preparation for talking. Once they've mastered fork mashed foods, progress to finger foods. The age ranges that you see for texture progression are guidelines, not rules. So try to progress your baby onto more solid foods when they're ready. Myth number 4, if your baby spits out a food, it means that he or she doesn't like it. The focus of food in the first few months is more about learning how to eat. It's tricky to use your tongue to move food to the back of your mouth in order to swallow it if you're not used to it. Infants are bound to spit foods out, but that doesn't mean that they don't like it. If they really don't like something, they'll make it very clear. They'll turn their head away and clamp their mouth shut. Myth number 5, if your baby doesn't eat all of their meal, it means that they don't like it. The truth? Well, babies are very good at regulating their portion sizes. Their appetites will change from meal to meal. In fact, you can probably learn a thing or two about portion control from them. Now, it's up to you to offer the foods and then let them choose what portion they will eat. Myth number 6, they'll go hungry if they don't eat. The truth? Well, as just mentioned, infants are great at regulating their appetite. It's up to us to offer regular, nutritious meals, but up to them to decide whether or not to eat them. Unless your baby is losing weight let your baby guide you on how much they should eat. Myth number 7, choose organic, sugar-free, gluten-free, preservative-free snacks. The truth? Forget the packaged snacks and just give them an apple. Now, I'd love you to check out the resources for new parents on my website, melaniemcgrice.com. And make sure that you check out some of my other videos for new parents on topics such as nutritional needs for breastfeeding and 8 iron-rich foods for your baby. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And I've lost it, Britt. I know, it's funny how that happens. You're sorry.